In this video, we are going to show you how to make a makeshift gown. Let me show you what we have here. So we have been asked, the medical profession is running low on gowns and they're just not getting to them quick enough. So we have designed a gown for them to use. And I'm going to show you how to make these. So it has the arm sleeves here, it's cut out in the neck, but it goes across the back so that they're easy in and out. Has a piece of ribbon that they can tie here around the waist. And what we're just trying to do is keep our medical workers safe until regular gowns come in. So this is what I'm going to show you guys how to make today. And you can make these out of all different types of things. I'll tell you what we had available to us and what we chose to make. We have these bags that are single, no seam, except for in the bottom bags. And these are what we're going to use for our sleeves. And you will need 2 of those. You could take regular plastic and make cylinders out of it if you would like. So you'll need 2 of those. We have 2 of our handle shopping bags like this. So we need 2 because we need that extra length. One would only be too short. Again, you could probably make this out of any type of plastic you would like. So the first thing that you're going to need tape. I'm using 2 different pairs of scissors because you're going to be cutting some of the tape and the scissors will get sticky, and a pair that will not be used for tape cutting. We have made templates so that we can make our production faster. So what you're going to do, first thing is you're going to take the very first bag, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut a spot for our arms. And you do not want, if you're using a regular plastic bag, you don't want your arms at the top because then they don't have room for their shoulders. You need room for their shoulders. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down a tiny bit, and I'm going to cut one little spot there using my template to see how wide it needs to be, and another spot there. So what I will do is you can see here I have 2 cuts in this plastic bag. I'm going to take my scissors and go inside that, and I'm going to open up that spot, only that spot. So now I have an opening inside the bag. I'm going to do it on the same way on the other side. 1 cut. You don't want to make those cuts too big either. We are trying really hard to get as less exposure to anything as we possibly can. So we want to cover whoever is wearing these the best that we can. Again, I'm going to put my scissors in here. I'm going to open up that spot. So now I have a plastic bag that has 2 spots for arms in it. These smaller plastic bags have bottoms in them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the bottoms out of them. And I am actually going to cut them as close as I can to the edge because I want these sleeves to be as long as possible. Everybody's not as short-armed as I am. So I'm cutting the ends out of both of these bags. And what I'm doing now to make this easier for me, and I would not do this on this surface. I'm doing this so that we have a contrast and you can see what's going on. I normally would do it on a surface that I would be able to, the tape, if it stuck to it, I'd be able to pull it up easily. So I'm taking the factory edge of that bag and I'm lining it up with my 2 slices, like so. And let's see. And then I'm going to take tape. And I'm going to overlap the length. Let's get that right again. Like so. All right. And then I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. So I've done this. Then I'm really going to make sure that it is stuck good. And that it is sealing it good. And then this is where your scissors that are your tape scissors come in. I'm just going to do a little cut right here and kind of curve that tape. Just so we're not bunched up. All right, guys, and I'm going to do this on the other side also. So what I'm doing is I'm lining the factory edge of this bag. And you can see here that I didn't get this one all the way open. That would not work if they were in a hurry to put that on. So make sure. All right, I'm going to put my factory edge, line it up, holding it in place a little bit there. A lot slipperier on this fabric than it is actually if I'm not using this fabric. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing again. If you're doing it on a hard surface, then you can tape it down to the table and then snatch it up. Okay, guys, so what we've done now is we have done both sleeves, and you can see I overlapped a little bit here. Again, my scissors that I use only for the tape. I'm going to fold that over, and like so. So now, guys, what we have created is you're able to go in like this, and your arm will be able to go through this opening. So that's what we've done there. Now we need to add some length to this because this is not long enough. This would only cover some people from their waist up, and it needs to be longer. So we're going to take another bag. This one is not one that we have cut the sleeve holes in. And we are going to insert, actually over it, we are going to open it up. Again, if you were doing a larger bag, you wouldn't have to do this. You would be able to do a longer tube and go ahead and do your length originally, but this is what we are using. And I'm just lining up my two bags here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tape them together. Okay, I'll flip it over. I've overlapped. I want this to go around the corner like so on both sides. And I want that to meet there and there so that I have a seal all the way around this entire outfit. Okay, so pushing it down, making sure that it's nice and tight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the bottom out of this because you cannot get inside this suit now without it. So I'm just going to take this piece and I'm going to cut that off. Now we've got to be able to get them in them easy. You know, some people say that you could just pull this over your head. This is not very practical. So I'm going to stick a little form in here so that I can find my middle. Okay. This is a little harder to do from this angle. Can I turn it like this? Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up straight up the middle, guys. The middle of the back. This is the middle of the back. So I'm going straight up. Cutting through my tape and everything. Going all the way to the top of this, like so. With this, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut a little V. So I'm going to go straight across to here. You don't want the necks too wide, guys. And if they can cut the necks wider if they need to. And then I'm just going to do a little V like so. So that is what I've done. That's what I've opened my neck up for. All right. So now I'm going to take and flip this over. All right. And they're going to need some way to secure this so that it's not flopping around. And also, we have a hole right here because of this. It doesn't go all the way through, but I would prefer to cover that. Again, if you're not using this particular item, you will not have that problem. That hole's on the inside. I didn't get a piece of ribbon. Here. So we have, I didn't tell you guys you needed a piece of ribbon. So you'll need a piece of ribbon. And what we're going to do with that ribbon, sorry, I'm rushing around here, is this is a little bit below the waistline of most people once they put it on because their shoulders are up here. So what we're going to do is right above this line, above the middle, I'm going to take this little piece and I am going to tape it down like so. And this way they'll be able to wrap this around them and bring it back to the front and tie. So guys, that's how you will do it.